neat that, here's a couple Northeastern kids that, a lot of times, you hear about somebody graduated from Northwestern or Harvard and they're doing these big developments and they're so successful. Well, a couple Northeastern kids, generated $3 billion for the state and 7,500 jobs, and that's important to me. It makes us proud, and we're proud that we went to Northeastern, and and it's something that it's always a main focus on people that went to these Ivy League schools or do these things. But you can go to a nice multicultural community school where I used to just go in and out from work to home to school, and you can great things can happen. My dad worked at Northside Learning Center, which was directly across the street from Northeastern. So it was my father that who was a teacher, and I wanted to be a teacher at that time, and Northeastern was the perfect place for us.
Started as a freshman, graduated degree in business management. Also was working for another uncle in retail. I think Alex mentioned the first shop on Michigan Avenue, so I was going to school and going to Northeastern, which was great.
I graduated with an English literature degree and secondary education certificate. I got into the fur business right after I graduated, so I never really used it. But the best part of Northeastern, it really was a melting pot. And I think going to school there, all kinds of different people, all kinds of different races, and I think that has come to help me succeed here, and us as a family. That again, this business, you're dealing with so many different people, so many different ethnicities, so many different cultures, and Northeastern was that, and we're living it every day. I worked all through Northeastern, and I was involved in paying for my education, and it was such a melting pot of people, and that was all very important things that made me who I am today. Was work hard, pay your bills, get educated, and good things can come, and stay focused, and those are things that with Northeastern I learned.
Sure. As Alex said, being a culturally diverse environment is great. Also the classes, the experience, getting a quality education, great locations, especially on the expressway and also one on Bryn Mawr. But it's not just like Alex was saying, a commuter school. It's more of a more grander institution to get your education and get a job and progress in life.